Good morning, everybody. I was outside the other day and seen all the different kind of leaves out there. The red, the green, the yellow, the orange, and finally they turned to brown. And what it did was it made me think of Easter of all things, and how on Easter we always have a message about newness. We died with Christ, we're buried with Christ, and we're raised into a newness of life as we give our life to Christ. But what it made me think of was change, all the different seasons that we have, summer, spring, winter, and fall, and how there's a constant change in our lives, and just like the seasons. And even John the Baptist came when he was the forerunner of Jesus, and saying we need to produce the fruit of repentance, or the fruit of change. So I'm asking today, are you producing the fruit of change in your life? But that's a tough one, because a lot of us, we have pride and stubbornness and rebellious nature that we don't like to change, and we put up a fight against it. But listen to what Jesus says in Matthew 18:3. I tell you the truth, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Therefore, whoever humbles himself like this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Yeah, we're going to need some humility. We need to swallow our pride, swallow our rebellious nature and our stubbornness, and we're going to need to change. And we'll never have peace. Listen to this. Change is part of the process of becoming what God intended you to be. Yeah, we're going to have to change. And listen to this. In 2 Corinthians chapter 3, it says, and now the Lord is Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. We all like freedom, right? But he goes on to say this, and we who with unveiled faces all reflect the Lord's glory, or another translation, it goes on to say, or being transformed or changed into his likeness with ever increasing glory, or from glory to glory, which comes from the Lord, who is the Spirit. So here's the deal. As we become like Jesus, as Paul said, we need to be formed like Christ. We need to be conformed into the image of Christ in character and in our integrity. Guess what happens? Peace and freedom. Is that what you want today? Yeah, it involves change. So let us change and become like Christ and have the true freedom and peace that only he can give. And let me ask you this today. Are you finding life on the journey with Jesus? Let's change today and follow Jesus. Deny ourselves and follow him. See you next time.